Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Um, Before I start and begin, please like, subscribe, and comment to this channel. We'll also be making a Facebook page soon for y'all to follow. We'll also have Instagrams we'll be putting out soon too. So for this video, where do I begin? It's gonna be a story time, another story time. I have lots of those, lots of them. I need to decide which one I want to do. I don't know, where can I begin? Well, like I said in one of my last videos, my first story time, my mom's family was really interested in the paranormal. Um, my grandma and my cousin was too. So one time I was visiting for the summer. My cousin came over and we were, spending time with each other. We decided to go to a cemetery. It was me and my grandma and my cousin Bree. And so during the day we go there and we take a bunch of pictures with my camera because duh, of course we had to. I don't have these pictures anymore. I wish I did. I could show y'all. But there was one specific picture that I took, and it was of a tree. It was in the cemetery, and it had like a fog, and it was short, and it was in the shape of like a little girl. And it blew our minds, but I don't know what happened to it. I don't have it no more. But so we went back there at nighttime, and we put a little blanket down, and we sat down on the blanket. It was all three of us, and we had our little recorder. And let's just say it wasn't nice. I mean, it was scary. So we sit there for a few minutes and we talk, we ask questions, and we don't get nothing for a few minutes. And this recorder, you couldn't hear when when something say something to you. You had to listen back at it. It was just a little regular recorder, tape recorder. So this one thing that I heard in particular was when we were leaving. I had my window down, and as we were leaving, I hear like a little kid or like a woman. I don't know what it was. It was a female, and it was singing. And in one of the questions that we have asked, I asked particular. I said, "Can you sing for me? Will you sing for me?" Because I forgot to mention earlier in that day when we were taking pictures, I heard something singing. There was nobody in the cemetery. It was just us. We're positive it was just us there at the time. Um, and I asked to sing for me that night. And as we were leaving, I heard the same female voice singing. And I got it on record. I don't got to record no more either. I don't know why I don't keep this stuff. But it was singing. And I had chills. It was scary. My cousin's freaking out. And my grandma goes home. And we are sitting in her bedroom. And we decided to listen back at the recorder at the last session that we did to see if anything said anything. So my little cousin Bree she was maybe 10, 11 at the time, and she said, "Are you okay? You need help moving on? Say something to us." And after she asked that question, there was a little girl in the background, and it said mommy. And listening to that record, we've listened to it maybe 100 times, and it said mommy. And it was the scariest thing ever. We couldn't, we were done for a while after that. We didn't want to mess with anything too much. But there's one more story time that goes with this story time that I want to tell. Actually, there was an event that happened earlier in the day when we were there, and it, it was when I was taking pictures, and I took a picture of a Pacific tombstone. I know I shouldn't have done that, but it had my stepdad's last name, Julius, and I had called my mom because she was still at the apartment, and I said, "Mom, this is so cool. This this tombstone says Julius. They have the last name, just like Rudolph. Maybe they were related to him." And just as I said that, my mom's and stepdad's marriage certificate flew off the wall. They keep it hanging for everybody to see, and it just literally flew out the wall. And since we started doing that in this apartment, weird things started happening, and it was literally after we went to the cemetery. Like we would, me and my cousin would be in the bathroom. She would be in the shower. I'd sit with her because we would be too scared to be in the bathroom by ourselves. And um, when my cousin would go home and I would have to take showers by myself, um, I would hear that singing that I heard in the graveyard. I would hear the singing in the bathroom, and it was scary. And it happened for a long time. And our cats would go crazy in there because we had a few cats, 2 or 3. Um, there'd be a shadow man that would stand in my grandma's closet for no reason. There was always a little kid in the bathroom messing with us. I it All kinds of things happened. I had several different experiences. I still do sometimes to this day. It's not at the house. It's just different things. I When I was young, I had grew up with my great grandmother and my aunt and my cousins living at the house. And this house is the house, I grew up in it. And I grew up in it. And at this point, when I was in middle school, my aunt and everybody had moved out. It was just me and my grandmother. And I would blank out a lot, not know what I'm doing. I would go through the next day going to school and I even remember what happened the next day. I'd sleepwalk, all kinds of things. Um, out this house, we had a fence, um, a barn and stuff because we had horses, we had cows. Well, not cows, but we had horses and sheep and stuff. We didn't have those at this time anymore. We had a horse or two though, but we didn't have no more sheep or goats. Um, we had dogs. So I would go walking around the yard. We had a big old yard, a bunch of woods we would go through and stuff, me and my cousin. Well, I would sometimes wake up in the middle of the night and to I couldn't go back to sleep. So I would get up and I would walk around the yards. Well, this specific time, it was early in the morning. It was kind of dark, but not too dark still. And I was walking around the yard and I heard 2 people, a female and a male. I never heard these voices before. And they were talking. And I didn't see them though, so I don't know if it was just people intruding or not, or ghosts. Um, I did look for them, They were two, the man and the woman talking. I heard it. I wasn't still asleep. I was wide awake. There's no way I was dreaming, but I mean, what can I say? There's two people there, and they were talking, and by the time I got there and I looked, there was nobody there. So, like I said, that's just a little bit that I've experienced. I got more. Um, I grew up in a lot of places. I grew up in Jasper, Florida. I would switch back and forth from school in the school from Jasper to Live Oak, Florida, because I was being bullied in Jasper, and I got to the point where I didn't want to do it no more. Then while middle school, I moved to Ocala, Florida, and I grew up there, and that's where I made a lot of friends. But I've also had a bunch of bad experiences that I would make videos about in story times and stuff. Um, but my mom and my mother lives in Wauchula, Florida, and Fort Meade and all there. She lives down there. I would go and visit. So I got a bunch of experiences there too that I would do story time about. I won't just do paranormal story times. I won't just do story times. I'm gonna do vlogs, challenges with my wife, several different things. We're just figuring this out. And we would like to have some subscribers. So I'm gonna end this here. Please like, subscribe, and hit that bell button and comment down below. Please and thank you. Bye, guys.